Yeah, you see what the problem is with this world is that we've put the quantitative in front of the qualitative. And as a result, we've put the cart before the horse. And that means we now have the audience decide what is mastery, what is artistry, what is politics, what is governance, what is guru, what is knowing, who is teacher. The student is in charge. The audience is in charge. And the audience wants what the audience wants. And when it gets bored, it's not because it's discovered. It seeks more qualitative depth, or it seeks challenge, or it seeks engagement on a level it doesn't know yet. No. It gets bored because it's had too much of the same thing, and now it just wants a different thing. But still on the same level of where it was with the other thing. And because we are quantitative, we, as creatives, well, we better give them what they want. Give the algorithm what it wants. Not create from a perspective where we see things they don't and invite them to come closer. No. We meet them where they are. Not to pull them towards us, but to just dance, wear the monkey suit, make them pick us. Pick me. If your intro isn't this or that in the first 20 seconds, well then, you don't stand a chance. And so what do we have? We have people diving deep into the qualitative nature of how to seduce someone in the first 20 seconds of engagement. That is the thing we are masters at. That is where we can write books about. No longer about philosophy, the nature of being human or awareness of consciousness, how to engage with each other for real, how to connect, how to live life through the fullest without ever having control, how to discover what and who and how you truly are or could be. No. That's for losers. That's for people who don't want any views. Why we're here is to capture you in the first 20 seconds. We don't care that we realize you're all idiots. The question is, how does one best entertain an idiot? Well, become idiotic. Make them recognize you for being just like them, but special. Special in a way that will give you something that just pulls them towards you. That little charisma, that little, he's just like us, but he's special. He somehow rose above where we are, but we too could rise to that level. If only we would get up and do something. And I will do something now that you mention it. Just let me finish the video, or maybe the next. And the creator, the artist, let's be honest, he's no different. He doesn't really have mastery in the area of consciousness or engaging with life. He's acquired a skill, a perspective. It really is just entertainment. Often he or she doesn't even know how he or she got it. Or they think they do, and then they'll spend their content explaining it to us. And if we just convince the audience that it's actually true, that we could, in fact, dissect every step of the way and make a chain of logic that flows from where you are now, sitting on a couch, watching a video, passive, consuming, inactive, towards this state of where you're enjoying the wealth and prosperity followed from action and proactivity and work. Well, if that's something we can actually just dissect and align and have it be a process that can exist in a vacuum, that can exist without the competition, especially if that competition knows the exact blueprint just like us, if it's freely available on the internet. If only we could do that, then life would be glorious. We would all be rich. We would all fly in Gulfstreams. Even the person, and there should be many by now, who built the Gulfstreams. All we need is enough Gulfstreams and enough space or air to fly through. So we'll need flight operators as well. But those are the details, and they will iron themselves out as we go. For now, let me continue to enlighten you on what it is exactly that I know and what it brings me. So let me take you to this place of abundant wealth, where you are really just a few steps away from. You see, the tourist and the attraction, they have this dynamic going on, where in a way they both know what's going on, but that's under the surface. What's really going on is, or what appears to be going on, is what they will interpret it as. Just a benign interaction. It's not 10,000 people a day trampling through some holy area, and by just doing that, removing everything that was ever holy about it. No. It's people from foreign lands appreciating the culture and the depth of other cultures. And yes, we'll need a hot dog stand to do it, but other than that, we all have a bucket list, don't we? And we all have the same items on it, don't we? And we all need to publish our crossing off of that bucket list item and publish it for the rest of the world to see, don't we? It's a crazy world, people, and you're stuck smack in the middle of it. You don't know what's going on. You don't know how bad the bias really is. And you can't. It's the point of the bias. But luckily for the gurus, they've convinced you there is things you can know, and that in fact they know it. Plus, you might tell yourself you know things too. And that makes it so that you can be in control. Do this, not just observe it or accept it or undergo it. No, you're in charge here. You're special. You can do anything, and so anything is possible. Anything could happen. The unfortunate effect is that you're blind to reality, because reality doesn't hold for you that which you need, the promise, the hope, the anticipation. It's not reality which is true. It's reality that is mistaken. It is the hope that is true, the fantasy, the anticipation, the long-awaited glorification just around the corner. If only they knew what they were dealing with. If only they saw the depths of you. Just because you're scrolling on TikTok 4 hours a day, it doesn't mean you're just a consumer. Do you know who you follow? Do they know? Do they know how curated your list of 1,000 creators is? These aren't just anybody's. These are the cream of the crop. And so who is this now? Who is this guy? What is he saying? It's a good thing most people won't make it to this part, because it's the part that's less optimistic, so to say. It's not something people want to hear. You see, the thing is, you're not blind. You're pretending to be blind, because it's so much more comfortable. You're not ignorant. It's just where you hide from the light and the truth and the friction and the pain, because that's what's required. It's not some room or house or car seat that will set you free. And you know this. Somehow, during the days, that's what you latched onto. That's what told you was going to be your salvation. But that's not where it is, bro. And you know this. It is time you expose the lie, all of the lies. It is time you expose yourself to yourself, for yourself and by yourself. Not for me, not for them, not for anyone. And not so you can fix them or point at them or point at me. Life is just one thing. And you're it. And to deal with that, to deal with life, to engage with it, it's very simple. You deal with yourself. You engage with yourself. Not because you can solve it, not because there's a way out, because there's not. Or maybe there is, but it's not preferred. You deal with yourself and you engage with yourself because that's what you're doing. Whether you like it or not, whether you acknowledge it or not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't need your permission. It doesn't need your agreement. It doesn't need your vote of confidence or retweet. It just doesn't. You're trying to meet this on your terms, but it's time you get honest about the real terms. And your first instinct probably is to react in a way that says, well then, tell me those terms. But do you really think that if I told you those terms, that would be your terms? That would be life's terms? Do you think I have a special place? I am the middleman you seek? I mean, if you're really willing, I could probably set up a school, create a course, start writing a newsletter, I don't know. Will that make you happy? What do you think a fair price would be? An arm? A leg? What are we talking? How do you make it worth my while? That's what I'm curious about, really. You see, we shouldn't kid each other, because that's what this culture does. It retards everyone. That's the scheme. That's the way the guru makes sure you come back every time. The path he's showing you and the gate you're going through, it's like a little door that leads back to the entrance. And once you go through it, you'll just be in the dark, wondering why it's not working. And he'll put signs up. You're not trying hard enough. Are you not special? Is that what you're saying? Are you considering quitting? Is that the type of person you really want to be? Live up to your potential. Try harder. Get up at 5. Make a vision board. See, the problem, I think, is you don't want it bad enough. You might be working 3 jobs. You might have to raise your kids and satisfy your employer. But come on. Look at what you've got. Where's the proof? Anyway, if you want a private consultation, I'll be available for the low price of $250 an hour. I mean, come on, it's your life we're talking about here, right? I know things. I can teach you those things. If I teach you, you can do those things. And not only that, but those things you will then be able to do will be extremely profitable when you start doing them for yourself. I mean, I could be doing them myself, of course. But what's the point? I'm already there. I've rented the Gulfstream. I Photoshop the house, man. What do you want? I'm there. Give me your money. As an aside, don't you think it's funny how people that find themselves end up selling that secret instead of just giving it away? Somehow when you find yourself, or when you liberate yourself, or you become a millionaire with your first venture, and then you go on to liberate the world with your second, you still need money, and lots of it. It's like George Carlin talking about the church or religion. They always need money. It's funny how that turned out, right? Because in those old stories of all them guys that were kind of trying to liberate the world, most of them had like a different approach. It's funny how the culture turned that thing around. How those that have found the thing that's powerful now only require 3 payments or a monthly low entry fee, and you'll get your personal coach. You're locked up in the insane asylum. And the sooner you realize this, the sooner you can start chewing off that hand that keeps you stuck to the bed. You think it's a fairy tale? This ain't a fairy tale. You're in the psych ward, brother. This shit is dangerous as hell. Your life is on the line every day. And you're just telling yourself it's not. You're just trying to convince yourself it's all fun and games. And as a result, your whole life, it's just fun and games. You're not serious. You're not committed. Hard work. You'll do bodily work, maybe even mentally work that challenges you in no real way. That keeps you safe, insulated. You love that. Do real work? Most people don't even know what it is. Suffering, that's what they can do. I work out till I bleed. I deserve recognition now. It's quantitative, once again. It's where we started. It's not about learning for yourself and by yourself and through yourself. No. It's put in 10,000 hours. Because that the audience can understand. That the audience can appreciate. And so this is where we find ourselves.